Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha. Shri Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. Sarva Maharshibhyo Namaha. Now, Asura Sampad is explained. Fourth shloka. Dambho darpobhimanascha krodha parushyameva cha agnanam chapi jatasya partha sampadamasurim. Substance. O Arjuna, pretension, pride, self conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance belong to those who are born with demonical nature. Commentary. The wise value the good qualities described as Daivi Sampad and try to cultivate them in their life. Opposed to this, men of demonical nature embrace the wicked qualities mentioned in this verse. That is why they are spoken of as Asura Sampad. Really speaking, the demonical state is not Sampad, treasure at all. And yet people are so deluded that they hug these wicked qualities and think of themselves as great men. The Lord mentions 6 qualities of the demonical nature. They are elaborately discussed in this discourse. In the great war with Maya, it is necessary to know and understand the power of the enemy forces as well as the forces of one's own. Only then it would be possible to wage a successful war with the enemy. If anybody wants to live in a house, he should first of all clean it of the dust, cobwebs, and other foul things, and then light some scented sticks to purify the atmosphere. So also a man should keep the body pure, the purity of mind should be cultivated by abandoning the bad qualities in which have been possessing the heart for a long time in one's ignorant state. The removal of vicious stains from nature and the formation of a healthy patterns of characters and conduct is the duty of all men. Dambaha, pretension is mentioned as the captain of the enemy forces, Asura Sampat. The inclination to appear bigger and greater than what one is, that is the nature to all common people. This tendency should be checked completely as it stands directly in the way of the seeker, whose aim is to know the real self and not masquerade under the false garb. Such pretension may cheat the world but not Paramatma, who is ever present in the heart and observing every movement of the mind and body. So, this demonical quality should be eradicated. If honor and position should come to anyone, he should consider it to be the grace of God and remain humble. Besides this, krodha, wrath, should be abandoned completely. The man of divine nature is free from wrath. He should be gentle in word and deed. Starting with dhamba, the asuric nature ends with ignorance, agnana, as the last. Out of ignorance grows the demonical nature with all its evil qualities. Question. What are the qualities of the demonical nature? Answer. They are 6: pretension, pride, self conceit, hatred, harshness, and ignorance. Question. How should one deal with these? Answer. They should be rejected and totally eradicated from the mind. Divine nature leads to liberation, moksha, and the demonical leads to bondage. Fifth shloka. Daivi sampad vimokshaya nibandhaya surimata masuchaha sampadam daivim abhijatosi pandava. Substance. The divine nature is deemed for liberation from samsara. O Arjuna, you are born for the divine nature and so do not grieve. Commentary. Having described the divine and demonical nature, the Lord now declares the fruits of each. When a man knows the effects of the things, he is induced to accept things which yield good results and abandon others which yield bad results. Divine nature leads to liberation, the demonical leads to bondage. The two natures function in opposite directions and yield opposite results. One liberates and the other binds, enslaves. The thoughtful know what to choose between freedom and slavery. No one wants pain and suffering, ignorance and darkness, slavery and bondage. Therefore, it is our duty to dispel darkness with light, to remove ignorance with knowledge, and to crush demonical nature with divine. These two hostile natures, the divine and the demonical, are not racial or national or family qualities. After a man is born, these two natures develop gradually in him. By the right type of control, guidance, and training, the man falls into the groove of divine qualities, and then he attains its highest rewards of self realization. On the other hand, if the mind falls into the wrong groove, it acquires all evil qualities and the man falls into lower planes of life. Arjuna is assured by the Lord himself that he is born for divine nature and full of divine qualities. Otherwise, how could he receive the supreme truth directly from the lips of the Lord himself? Ma Suchaha, do not grieve. This is the Gita message, simple, straight, direct, and decisive. O Arjuna, you are born for the divine nature and therefore do not grieve. From this, it is clear that the cultivation of good qualities, purity of mind, is the way to peace and bliss. It is also clear that the demonical nature is the cause of sorrow, misery, and death. Therefore, the aspirants for spiritual light should strive for divine nature and resolutely abandon the demonical impulse. In stronger terms, vimoksha and nibbandaya are used here to suggest that divine liberates completely and demonical binds fast. Question: what is the fruit of Daivi Sampad? Answer: Moksha, liberation. Question: what is the effect of Asuri Sampad? Answer: bondage. Question: what is the path to Moksha? Answer: Daivi Sampat, practice of the good qualities mentioned in 1 to 3 verses. Question: by what is bondage, sorrow caused? Answer: by the demonical nature. Question: what is the nature of Arjuna? Answer: he is born for the divine nature. Question: who can conquer sorrow in the world? Answer: the man who possesses divine nature. Men are divided into two types of the divine and the demonical natures. Sixth shloka: Dvau bhuta sargau lokesmin daiva asura evacha daivo vistarashaha prokta asuram partha eme shrunu. Substance. O Arjuna, there are two kinds of beings created in the world, the divine and the demonical. Of these, the divine is said extensively. Now, hear from me about the demonical. Commentary. From this, we understand that there are only two races of beings, the divine and the demonical. The Aryans and the non Aryans are divided distinctly by the qualities which they exhibit. All other distinctions of races and creeds are subsequent divisions brought about by men by geographical and other external considerations. Whatever may be the birth of man, the field of divine is open for all to enter by the practice of blessed qualities described by the Lord in Daivi Sampat. In 12 verses, the Lord explains the demonical nature in detail. 7th shloka. Pravrittim cha nivrittim cha janana vidurasuraha na saucham napi chacharo na satyam teshu vidyate. Substance. People of demonical nature do not know righteous conduct or freedom from unrighteous action. They do not have either purity or good conduct or truth. Commentary. People of the demonical nature do not know what is right action and do not refrain from the wrong way of life. Even if they are advised, they do not heed the advice. These are the worst type of men. The middle type listen to advice and try to refrain themselves. The highest type are already on the divine path. Here, two words, pravritti and nivritti, are used. Pravritti means what should be done, and nivritti means what should not be done. The wise man should know both. He knows that the divine nature is the way to the highest goal and the demonical leads to destruction. Even this is not known to people of the Asuric type. Question: what is the nature of the Asuric type of people? Answer: they do not know what is the virtuous dharmic way of life and how to refrain from evil adharmic action. They have no purity, no good conduct, no truth.